So if you want to get started with Forex in 2024, there are a couple of things that you have to do. A couple of them are the same as they are almost every year, but there are a couple of different things as well as we move forward in this industry. So let's get right into it. Let's go. Alright guys, getting started with Forex in 2024, step number one. You need to understand the basics, of course. It makes no sense to get into an industry and you don't know what it's about. So a couple of things have to be done. You have to do your research and you have to understand the basics of what this industry is. Things like it's the largest financial industry with 6 to 7 trillion everyday trading. Things like what is the actual pair, right? We trade things in pairs. There's a base currency, there's a quote currency. What are these things? All of these terms, right? Stop losses, limit orders, all of the types of terms that are in the Forex industry. You do need to start doing your research to understand the Forex industry as a whole, as well as the intricate details of the actual trading within the Forex industry as well. That you cannot get around, that you have to do. And the good thing is there's tons and tons of free content about just the basics and general information on the Forex industry. Definitely go online, do your research, ask questions, find answers to those questions, and then you know you covered the basics and did your due diligence. All right, now step number two. You want to invest in your knowledge. And I know, listen, a lot of people don't want to hear that. They like to walk into an industry completely free and just not have to spend a dime and just eventually become a millionaire. And maybe that might happen for you, but it's very likely that you will have to spend some, or you will have to lose some money before you actually make it in this industry. And one of the places where you will have to spend your money is investing in your knowledge. Now, although it may not necessarily mean paying for a course, although you probably should if you feel like you need that help, but you're going to be paying for something, for some types of resources that you'll need in order to get yourself to the next level. There is absolutely nothing wrong with investing in your knowledge, because obviously what do you do when you're going to college, right? When you go to college, you're paying for tuition because you are investing in your knowledge with the hopes that whatever career that you get a degree in, you'll be able to propel yourself forward financially and get into that space. So it's no different with Forex, guys. You want to also invest in your knowledge so that maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 years down the line, you could eventually get there and get a huge return on your investment that you invested in the very beginning of your journey. So the point is invest in your knowledge. And again, don't get me wrong, don't just throw your money away. Do your research again. Make sure you vet out all of the things you're spending your money in as far as giving you knowledge in this industry and in this space, but make sure you are not shy to invest in your knowledge, because you know if there's something that you need to understand to take you to the next level in this space, it could significantly cut short your journey to becoming a very profitable trader. All right, step number 3 now. You have to start trading. All right, so it's time to start trading. And usually a lot of people like to start with a demo account, and I also recommend a demo account if you are just getting started. If you're just getting started, you're not really used to how the different buttons work, you're not really used to how trades are executed, or maybe you're not used to how a pair moves, things of that nature. You want to get used to all of that stuff and do that within a demo account environment, right? And when you understand the different types of orders, right, like different types of limit orders, market executions, and you understand now a little bit how the market moves, then you'd be ready to move on to a live account. So the funny thing is, in this industry, there's a shift happening where we used to have a very popular trading terminal from MetaQuotes, either MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5, but now that MetaQuotes is doing away with many unregulated brokers, depending on the broker you choose, they may have their own terminal, right? So it's not necessarily a standard across the entire industry anymore. So you actually have to pay attention to what broker you're going to choose to get into this space. And after you've chosen your broker, then you have to get used to the terminal that they're using in order to execute your trade. So that is something within itself, understanding how the demo environment works in those terminals, and then eventually understanding how the live environment works. My advice, when you finish understanding the demo environment, right, and you understand how the different functions work, you understand how to enter and get out of a trade, stop losses, all of that, etc., right? The next thing you want to do, as you're getting into a live account, don't take all of your money and put it into a live account. Take a very, very small amount of money, put it into a live account, just so you get used to a couple of things here, just so you get used to how it feels to trade live, to trade with real money, and you allow yourself room for mistakes to happen, because they will happen. I guarantee you they will happen. You can't just throw all your money there and then next thing you know, the very same day you blow all of it. But it's okay if you put 1/5 of your money, and even if you blow it the next day because you were learning or you didn't understand something, you still have more to put in, but you'll just learn from that mistake. Slowly and gradually fund your account. Don't put everything in at once, trust me. And I know the urge of trying to make a whole bunch of money fast, so you probably want to put in a good amount of money, but don't jump the gun. Allow yourself to make those mistakes and allow yourself to stay in the game. That's what's important. Stay in the game long enough, get better long enough, and you will eventually get there. All right, so again, point number 3, start trading. So point number 4, after you start trading, very important to actually get started with a trading journal. And what a trading journal is a place where you are writing down your trades, everything about your trades. You're writing down your wins, you're writing down your losses, you're taking screenshots of those wins and those losses, you're writing down what you were thinking, you're writing down what strategy you were carrying out, what confluences, right, or checkpoints, or whatever you want to call it, that you observed in order for you to enter this trade, and then what was the actual result of this trade. And then maybe even a section about how you could have done it better or how you could improve in the future. All of that is important to have in your trading journal, because your trading journal is going to be one of the key tools of improvement in your journey. Trust and believe me, you can trade away for years, and you can also lose for years as well. If you have a trading journal keeping you accountable of every single trade that you take, then it's so much easier to improve, because you can pinpoint and identify each and every place that you made a mistake. For me, my benefit of my trading journal was me realizing I was making the same mistake over and over and over again. That's what I realized from my trading journal, and the same benefit can happen for you too. In your trading journal, make sure you are as detailed as possible so that when you go back to review, you really understand everything that had happened during that trade, so that when you see that again, you won't repeat that same mistake again. And that brings us to our next point, which is reviewing your trades, right? After you have noted everything down in your trading journal, win or loss, review your trades, ladies and gentlemen. You want to make sure that if you're doing something wrong, you're capturing it, obviously, right, so that you don't do that again. But also, if you're doing something right, obviously you want to keep repeating whatever you're doing right, but you need to actually know what you're doing right. Some traders, believe it or not, when they win trades, they don't always know what they did to actually win that trade. You need to be very clear in what works for you and what just does not work for you. All of that can be captured if you're properly notating your trading journal and you are properly reviewing those trades each and every day, or at least each and every week. Make sure you don't take that for granted, because it could be the key difference between your journey being a 2 to 3 year journey to becoming profitable, or a 3 to 10 year journey to becoming profitable. And the last point, last but not least, is review yourself. Now, what does that mean? It means in this journey, one of the most difficult parts that you'll face, even after you get past all of the basics, all of the technicals, understanding how to trade, understanding your strategy, knowing what works, knowing what doesn't work, once you get past all of that, the only thing that holds you back now is going to be yourself. That's going to be your psychology, your emotions when you're trading, the control that you exercise when you are in trades, the control you exercise when you're taking losses, right? All of those things. And while you cannot remove emotions, you do need to get to a place where you can control those emotions. And that'll be the difference between you having a very hard time in this industry and you having not so much of a hard time as a lot of people have. Not many people get to that point where they found the strategy, right? They get through the basics, they're trading, they're still in the game, and they get to that last point where they actually have to master themselves. But also, even less people get to the point where they actually do master themselves. So this journey is very, very hard, and in order for you to actually get to that end goal, you will eventually have to face yourself in the mirror, and you will have to deal with certain habits that maybe you don't even know exist, but you'll have to realize them and know that they exist, and understand that you may not be able to completely change them, at least not all of them, but you can manage them. There is a way to manage them, and you have to do everything that needs to be done in order to manage them so that you can become the best trader possible in 2024 and beyond. All right, guys, so again, if you plan on getting started in Forex in 2024, understand it is not an easy industry to make it in. It is very, very difficult, but it is so rewarding and so worth it in the end if you are really willing to go through all of these steps and follow them through. So I hope you guys gain value in this video, guys. So obviously I'm in beautiful Tulum, right? Instead of being stuck at work right now. So obviously this is the lifestyle I love, and it's the lifestyle I know you want too. So continue to work hard and work at what you want, guys. Don't give up, and make sure you get better each and every day. All right, guys? If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.